Hey y'all, and thanks for tuning in to Twin View.
I'm Jazz.
And I'm Mo. So today we're bringing a little brunch talk to y'all. And we are brunchers at heart, so we got our little sugar and grits going, a little fruit, because we just miss the atmosphere of brunch. Okay, so you got your loud music, your good talks, your good chats, all that good stuff. So
And not to mention the mimosas.
listen, the mimosas is always necessary. So today we're gonna just bring to y'all a little bit of a friendship talk. Okay, so we had someone write into us, which they will remain anonymous, but they just really wanted to know our point of view in regards to their little friend situationship that they got going on. So they emailed us, and Jazz is gonna read the email back to y'all, and then we're just gonna let y'all know what we think.
Okay, so it says, hey y'all, I have a friend who I feel as though don't support me. Everything I have accomplished, she has not been there for me. There has been times when I would talk to her about my goals and she would just give me the cold shoulder. Not to mention she always has something negative to say. For an example, I got a raise before COVID and decided to buy a new car. And when I told her, she was just like, oh, since everything has reopened, I had asked her to go out to eat, get our nails done, just regular things we did before the shutdown. Not to mention we are both still working, so money isn't an issue. But ever since then, she has been distant. And when we did meet up, finally, the vibe was just completely off. We have been friends since grade school, and I just want to know, am I tripping, or is it time for me to cut her off? So, look.
Okay, because you know how it go. Being friends with people and the lack of that support.
So I'm going to ask you, what do you consider a good friendship? Or what do you consider a friendship?
Okay, so before we get into the gist of should she walk away or not, but so to me, I feel like, okay, with the friendship, granted, it isn't a relationship as if you're dating, your significant other or your partner. Granted, sometimes you have to treat situations as such because, granted, in a friendship, you need to be able to confide in your friend. Not necessarily depend on your friend, but depend on your friend for that emotional support on those times when you need to confide in them, and they just may have your best interests at heart. At least so you think. Okay. You need to be patient because, granted, you have your friends where you wanna get them some advice, or they ask you for some advice, and
they don't listen.
And you like, you know what? I ain't telling you nothing else. You gotta be patient with your friends, y'all. You gotta be patient with our friends. So I just feel like you treat people the way you want to be treated. So the type of friend you want, that's the type of friend that you should be.
Exactly. Well, I'm gonna say this. Me personally, and my friend, she laughs at me all the time. I treat my friendships how I treat my relationship. Only because I hold everybody in my life to a certain standard. Granted, different people for different standards. But if I can't come to you and be like, look, X, Y, and Z is bothering me, without you being judgmental, without you trying to be like, well, you should do it this way and do it that way. Don't let me make my own mistakes. Just be my friend and support me.
Okay.
I do the same thing if I'm in a committed relationship. Now, it is certain boundaries and lines and things that should not be crossed because, granted, a relationship with your friends and a relationship with your significant other is something completely different.
Okay, but boundaries. Now, when you say, okay, because I agree on that boundary part, okay? So, because granted, you do have some friends that don't know their place, okay? So they don't know when their opinion is needed versus when their opinion is wanted. So sometimes, okay, and for you, for instance, Jess, like sometimes you will call me and be like, sis, listen, I just need you to listen.
Exactly.
I don't need you to talk.
Exactly.
I don't need you to tell me what you think. I just want you to hear me because I need to vent. And sometimes you have those friends where they're like, okay, well, this is what I think. This is what I think. And it's like, well, I didn't ask you for that. So sometimes you just got to know that boundary of when to give your opinion and when not to give your opinion. When it's needed versus when you just want to be heard.
And I feel like with me, like everybody I consider a friend, they know like my different mood swings and things of that sort. I feel like when it comes to me wanting my space, it doesn't necessarily mean that I got an issue with you. It's just, look, sometimes I don't want to be bothered with you. Or sometimes it's not even you. I just don't want to be bothered, period. Because I don't want to feel like I'm being a burden on nobody. Everybody got issues. Everybody have, things that they're going through. What I look like constantly calling you, telling you about my issues, but I'm not even asking you, how your day doing today? So me personally, when I'm going through things, I take a step back. I tend to shut down. Some people be like, that's not a good thing. Like, you should talk about it. I'll talk about it when I'm ready to talk about it. And I feel like certain friends that I used to have that didn't respect that, I can't be their friend anymore. Because respect me and respect my space. That's just how I feel. That's why I say certain people have certain boundaries and standards that I hold them accountable for, and I expect them to meet those standards just as they expect me to meet their standards to be a good friend.
Correct.
To them.
Correct. I feel that. So, in regard to what she says when she said, like, when she got a raise, she bought this car, and she just feel like her friend just is not supportive. She giving her the cold shoulder, kind of, avoiding her, acting like, because, granted, the world opened a little bit. Y'all can go out to brunch. Well, not necessarily brunch, but out to dinner, lunch maybe.
Right.
Hell, go get your nails done, y'all feet done. Just girl talk, catch up, because we've been social distancing. It's been a while. So it's almost like, okay, you know how when you have that best friend, and y'all can go, some friends don't talk every day. Okay, and y'all go like that month without talking, and then y'all able to just pick up wherever y'all left off. And granted, it may not be a month; it could be 2 months, 6 months,
it could
last
be years.
year. You know what I'm saying? And some people just have that natural chemistry to pick up where they left off. So it's like, why give your friend a cold shoulder, especially if y'all ain't seen each other, if y'all ain't talked to each other? My thing is, it's like, is this coming from an envious place of her, or is she just really jealous? Like,
so it's
I don't.
It's crazy because I had someone tell me that they feel like one of my friends is jealous of me, and you never want to be that type of person where it's just like my friend just like don't nobody want to believe that their friend is jealous of them, because I'm the type of person that if I'm winning, we all winning. If you ain't got it and need it and I got it, best believe you about to have it. Period. That type of friend I am. But people do tend to have like these hidden jealousies.
Agendas, yeah.
Right, and not saying that it's fair or it's right, but it's just like, at what point, how do you know, or how do you separate? You get what I'm trying to say? And it's like, how long has this been going on? Did she just not support you because you got a new car, or do she just not support you at all?
And then depending on how her successes are you one to brag on your successes versus allowing your friends to actually congratulate you? Because that's a big thing to me, because I have some friends, okay, where when they do a good job, they're humble enough to accept you saying, good job, friend, you did such a good job, I'm so proud of you, congratulations. And then you have those others where they're like, so you're not gonna congratulate me? I just did this, I just did that, and it's just like, well, give me time. Sometimes your delivery of your successes can be a bit much to some people too. Because granted, I'm not saying downplay your success, downplay how hard you've worked for something, but sometimes delivery, maybe she having a down moment in her life.
But sometimes for me personally, for an example, I'm gonna use when I graduated, right?
Okay.
We all know I didn't want to celebrate my graduation. Granted, that's a huge success. Most people don't get to graduate, all this other stuff. I just personally did not want to celebrate it. But I wasn't looking for you to tell me congratulations. Because I'm like, sis, I just graduated. And you were just like, well, that's a big thing. Like, I wasn't telling you that because I wanted you to congratulate me.
You were just saying, I've made an accomplishment.
Right, I'm just like, sis, I'm done with school. I didn't graduate. You know what I'm saying? And that was the wrap for me. But sometimes it's not even about bragging. It's the fact that if I'm telling you, like, this is what I want to do, or this is what I have done, or, I just got a promotion at my job, it's not necessarily bragging, because if you're my friend, I'm not bragging to you. I'm letting you know. I don't feel like announcing your accomplishments, especially if you're not looking for a congratulations at the end of it, is bragging. It's a friend coming to a friend letting you know, since I did this today. Because what's the difference if I call you and be like, I'm about to quit my job because this, and this. You gonna be, yeah, girl, quit your job, this and that? No.
Well,
So
I ain't
what?
gonna tell you to quit your job. I'm
I know.
Let's figure this thing out. You
My
find
point
you another
exactly.
job first, okay?
That's my point. So it's just like, what's the difference of me telling you I got a raise at work? Or, sis, I'm about to go buy me a new car. I'm not bragging in your face. I'm about to go get me a new car. I'm letting you know. So I'm about to get me a new car.
Yeah, but like I said, sometimes it's delivery. Granted, everybody's delivery ain't sincere, and it's just like, I'm just letting you know. It's just something I'm talking about. Like, another thing that I can't fathom, because I'm not gonna lie, my mom was young when she had me, so growing up, like, she was at her prime when I was growing up. So granted, my mama had me when she was 20, so I was able to see her at my age hang out with her friends. And back in the day, they used to be thick as thieves. When you see my mama, you see her best friend. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's like now, the way society is, I feel like we always in competition with each other because of what we seeing on social media. Somebody life look like, you know what I'm saying, that they got this and you want that, and you like the way that social media has set us up to view things.
It's like it's turning us against each other.
Exactly. So it's almost like, well, she just got a new car, but let me figure out what my next move is, and let me try to do better than her,
right,
instead of trying to boast up like friends. Like, damn, sis, you got a new car. Let me go get a new car so we can be out here kicking it. And
it's not even like, let me go get a new car so we can be out here kicking it. Like, I just feel like if you go get a new car, I'm not gonna turn around and go get a new car too, so I can feel like I'm equal to you.
But it's not even about that. Your friends, when your friends are bossing up, they should motivate you to boss up. If you sad because she got a new car, then okay, sis, go do some shit
to go get you a new car.
Right. Now
that's
saying like, zip a tag, you get a new car, I get a new car, or you get this, I get that. It's just more so if you feel like your friend is at a certain level of success and you to a point where you want that, but it's coming off as you being envious, just go work hard and get that.
Or not even answer. Sis, what are you doing that I can do? I want to be on the same level as you, because as a real friend, if I can come to you and ask you to help me to get where you at, what we friends for? If you're not about to show me how to get to where you at, what are we friends for? You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't keep pouring into somebody who ain't pouring into you, because at the end of the day, what you gonna have left besides
an empty cup because you pouring into there.
My point is that. So when it comes to being a friend, I feel like that's what you need to consider. What can she offer me that I can offer her? What can she do for me that I can do for her? And same with guys too. Y'all know y'all guys be having like a lot of.
And you want to know something? I feel like men actually move like friends more so than women do, because women, it's like, certain age groups, can stick together. So like, I guess they call it the baby bloomers. So like the older generation, like they know how to be tight with one another. Whereas our millennial generation, we all trying to compete with each other and do this and do that. And it's like, guys, they are like break bread with my friends all day. Let's bounce up together. Well, most guys that I know, I won't say all, but most guys that I know, they are willing to boss up together. You know what I'm saying? And break bread together. So I just feel like with the cattiness of sometimes competing, like I said, competing with each other, we lose sight of what we need to do for ourselves by just trying to compete with the next motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So we lose a lot of sight in that.
So let me ask you this. What is your definition of a bad friend?
It depends. Well, you know what? It don't depend. Because, you know what? It do depend. I'm going to say this. Because the way a person carry themselves says a lot about them. Okay. So meaning, and this is what I mean. Okay? You could potentially see a good friend in a snake. And this is what I mean. Hear me out. You got this person that moves a certain type of way with everybody. But they don't move that way with you. So you to a point where you like, well,
she ain't gonna do that to me.
She ain't gonna do, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do that to me because we friends. That's how they move with everybody else. But then it's almost like, well, honey, the way they carrying themselves is that trait that you need to be paying attention to know if that's a good friend or not. Because if you moving funny, at some point you gonna end up in my grass moving the hell funny. So it's almost like the way the person carry themselves, I look at that. And if they connive into other people, they lie a lot, I don't think you a good friend, because how can you be my good friend when I just watched you lie to somebody else? Granted, we all lie, I get it. But it's just like that saying when they say, don't ever trust a man that's always on the phone in front of you, but when you call, he'll never answer.
That's that.
It's kind of like that. So it's like, should I, you know what I'm saying? A person, the way they do other people, sometimes you just gotta pay attention to that. So I kind of consider a bad friend to be somebody that is very manipulative, a person that keep a lot of secrets. Because I'm sorry, look, we can't be friends if we got secrets.
Exactly.
Granted, I know you got secrets that you may not want to tell me, but that need to be about your business. Exactly. It don't need to be shit that is that can affect our friendship. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So sometimes a secretive person may not be such a good friend, but it really just depends on what type of friend they are. Is it just your homie? Is it your best friend? Your good Judy? Or just a peer that you just, you know?
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
What do you think?
Whoever homegirl talking about, in my opinion, is the best friend. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
The fact that they have been friends since grade school, and you telling me this girl has never supported you and always got something negative to say, that's a bad friend to me. Like, it's deeper than can I call you and can I talk to you about certain situations, because granted, I talk to you about certain things and I talk to my best friend about certain things. I know what I can say to you without you getting offended, I cannot say to her, because she will get offended, and vice versa. But if this is your friend since grade school, she should already know what type of person you are. She should know if you need a cheerleader. Right, if you built for Ford, if you need a cheerleader, whatever the case may be. So I feel like whoever homegirl talking about is definitely a bad friend. That's just my opinion.
I agree. Now, but this is what I want to know. Okay. My thing is, how long before you keep allowing your friends to do certain things to you before you check their ass? Like, you know, some people will let their friend consistently, for instance, this little situation, consistently keep pouring that negative energy into the situation before they say something. Like, it's either you, like, look, bitch, I'm not taking that. Like, what's up? Wake up on the right side of the bed. What's going on with you today? Why are you so negative toward me? I ain't even did nothing to you. We friends. We supposed to be uplifting each other, encouraging each other. So it's like, at what point do you check that at the door? Like, look, okay, I don't got time for this.
So this is my opinion. I feel like the first time somebody do something wrong, and this is the older me, now that I've been through some things. The first time somebody do something wrong to you, you check that at the door. No questions asked. I don't care who you is. A neighbor, dog, cat, squirrel, nut. I don't care. I'm going to check you at the door. So that way you know, look, I'm not moving like this. Right? Now, in her situation, because they've been friends since grade school, she's probably not trying to really too much say anything because she don't want that friendship to really end. You get what I'm saying? Granted, y'all grown now. Y'all not in grade school no more. You got a lot going for yourself. Your friend probably got a lot going for herself. Ain't no way y'all shouldn't be able to not communicate as far as how you feeling. Go to your friend and let her know, like, look, sis,
this how I'm feeling, bitch.
This how I'm feeling. And if she cannot understand that, then walk away from her. Period. Because why do you
able to talk to your friends, especially when something's bothering you?
And because why do you want somebody in your life where you can't even talk to them? If I can't come to you as my sister and be like, look, Mo, you made me feel like this, you made me feel like that. If you can't acknowledge how I feel then what we doing this for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that goes back to treating people the way you want to be treated. So be that friend that you want others to be to you.
I'm happy you said that. Because I'm the type of person, come to me. If I say something wrong to you, come to me and tell me. If I did something wrong, come to me and tell me. I'm not no mind reader. I'm not going to know what's wrong with you. If you mad at me and if you don't say nothing, I'm not going to care why you mad at me no more. Because you're not telling me what's wrong with you. You're not telling me what I did wrong. Which is going to allow me to keep moving however I'm moving. But if you come to me and be like, look, Jazz, I don't like when you did X, Y, and Z, or I don't like when you said this, or how you delivered it. If you don't come to me and tell me that, my delivery is going to continue to stay the same. I'm going to continue to do X, Y, and Z, not because I'm trying to get over on you, because that's just the type of person that I am. If you're not telling me I'm making you feel some type of way, how am I supposed to know? So she's probably in a situation where she just feel like they've been friends for so long and she's not ready to let go of that friendship. And then it's okay. Sometimes you just outgrow people.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what a lot of, me personally, it took me a long time to understand that. You just outgrow people and that's okay. It doesn't mean that y'all still can't say hi and back to each other. It doesn't mean that y'all still can't kick it every blue moon. It just means that you don't move
right
the same way how you used to move before.
You're not fitting in that moment of my life, that season of my life where you need to be there. And granted, some people may be just put into your life as your friend to teach you how to be somebody's friend.
Just like you can be dating somebody, and you can only be dating them to teach them how to
love
somebody. Exactly. So, I mean, it just, I don't know, sis, I don't feel like you tripping.
I don't feel like she tripping either, because I truly feel like there is something underlying in this situation where she doesn't feel like she needs to support her wholeheartedly. Okay. Either she don't like the way she moving to get what she got, or she could just be simply jealous of her. Honestly.
And I hate that.
I hate that too, because let me tell you, sis, we all can win. We all can win.
It's just like, tell me what it is that you want to do, and I'm going to help you get there. That's the type of person I am. Tell me what it is you want to do. I'm going to help you get there.
Yep.
And if I'm telling you, like, this is what I want, this is what I'm trying to accomplish, I'm not necessarily saying hold my hand through the whole situation, but at least support me while I'm going through the struggle of trying to get to where I want to get to. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that too. My thing is, sometimes you have those situations where, let's see, how can I put it? You have those situations where you want to be happy for your friend, but sometimes you can't be. Right. And this is what I mean by sometimes you can't be. Say for instance, you got a friend where they're making a decision that you don't agree with, but it's making them so happy. But it's like, I know you happy, but I don't agree with the situation. So
give me an
how
example.
can I be happy? Okay, an example. Oh, I don't want to get too much of an example. I don't want nobody to know. Like, did you talk about
like no? Try to give me like a.
So let me give you an example. Okay, you got a friend, right? Her boyfriend don't do nothing but cheat on her. Okay. He don't do nothing but cheat on her. We know this. Every time y'all talk, it's about, I found this text in his phone, I saw this on his Instagram, I saw this on his Snapchat. Every time y'all talk, then he turn around and say, I want to marry you. I'm happy for you, because that's a moment that every woman wants.
Exactly.
But it's like, damn, sis, really, you gonna marry this cheating ass nigga and we know he ain't gonna change? It's like, because I want to pull you out the situation. Now, granted, I ain't gonna ever tell no chick to leave her guy.
As you shouldn't.
Because I'm gonna support you regardless, whether when you wrong, whether when you right. But it's like, to a point where, OMG, we know he ain't gonna change, sis. I don't want to see you make this bad decision. I don't want to see you make that decision. So it's like, I'm happy because you happy, but I'm truly not happy about your situation because I don't want to see you go out like that. And then it's like, how do you tell your friend that without coming off like you hate? Because you genuinely are just concerned with their situation and the decision they making. And like granted, you a grown ass woman, you gonna have to make that decision so that you can learn that life lesson. But it's like, how do you save your friend?
Again, that's
without coming off like,
that's part.
Because you ain't the one getting married.
No, that's part of being a good friend. Cause in that situation, I ask her like, so sis, you happy? You know when your friend lying. You know when your friend is lying to you.
But you also know your friend, and when she don't want you to call out the obvious, because you know, Jasmine, you know.
Then again, you're not my friend. If I can't come to you, or if you can't come to me and be like, you know what, I really don't know about this engagement.
But that don't mean that the friend that you telling this information to, that don't mean she ain't your friend because she can't receive what you saying.
Right.
That just simply means she just wants your ass to be happy regardless of circumstance. But it's like, sis, I'm not a good friend if I don't tell you this shit ain't right. So you have those tricky situations, because I've been in those several times with different scenarios.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I think I read one of these celebrities that recently got divorced, and one of her friends was like, you know, I knew it wasn't gonna work out. And I can't remember who it was. I was reading something on the internet, and she was just like, I wish you would have told me. Like, she honestly wished that her friend would have told her, don't get married to whoever. But at the same time,
it's like, do she wish that she really would have told her that, though? Do she really wish that she would have told her that?
And see, this is the thing, right? Because I'm so sick of everybody saying, just be honest with me. Just say whatever you feel. And then y'all be like, nah, you can't really handle the truth. No. Be honest with me. I don't care. I'd rather you be honest with me and not cry about it for a day or two versus you not being honest with me, telling me what you really think or how you really feel, and then here I am 10 years later getting a divorce, and now I'm just depressed and don't ever want to date again. You see what I'm saying?
At the same time, right? Let me play devil's advocate real quick.
Okay.
Right? The lady get married, and her friend come to her says, I don't think you should do it. I don't think it's gonna work out. Well, what do you mean it ain't gonna work out? I feel like you're jealous because it's not you getting married. No, sis, I'm really not jealous. I just feel like the way things are going between y'all, it just takes time.
And then you start stating facts. I don't think it's going to work out because he proposed to you today and he just cheated on you an hour ago.
But then she say, but he asked me to marry me, so that clearly means he's ready to change.
And I'm going to restate the facts. Sis, he just proposed to you right now and he just cheated on you 15 minutes ago.
Well,
he ain't
we'll see what happened then.
And then at that point, your work is done. Be like, okay, sis.
I just really want to know how that would have went, how she told her. She went forward with it. And then she like, I told your ass I knew it wasn't going to work.
And see, that's what you're not going to do. You're not, to me personally, if I do something that you don't agree with, don't you ever in your life
say I told you so.
Say I told you so. Don't you ever in your life throw anything up in my face that you have done for me or something I could have done for myself. You're not a good friend.
I don't like stuff like that. Like, don't do things for your friend to bring it up later.
Okay. And I don't care. If you tell me, JS, don't get your nails purple, and I get my nails purple, and I'm like, I already like my nails, and you're like, well, I told you not to get them purple. Don't tell me that. Let me get it for myself, and then be like, well, sis, you know, whatever. But don't you ever throw in my face like, well, I told you not to do that. I told you not to get with him.
I am a firm believer of never kicking somebody while they down. So I told you so. It's kind of like a mechanism of that.
Exactly.
So I ain't the one that's gonna be like, I told you so, but I will be like, man, sis, I wish we could have just had this talk a little sooner.
Okay, now
so that you can remember, like, she did say that.
Now that, yeah, but don't be like, well, sis, I did. Excuse me?
Because there have been situations where you come and be like, you know what, sis, I should have just listened to you. Now, I'm not gonna be like, I told you. I'm just be like, yeah, you should have.
Yeah, recently. Just recently. Told me not to go somewhere and I went.
Yeah, you should have just listened to me. But honestly, with this situation, I really feel like there is a conversation that needs to be had between these two women. Like,
unless you like me and just don't give a fuck, because again.
well, clearly she gives a damn. She cares.
Yeah.
If she wouldn't have cared, she wouldn't have wrote in.
Baby, stop giving a fuck. Fuck her. Next.
That's not the advice to take. Okay, I just feel like there is a conversation that needs to be had. There's a conversation that needs to be had. One, about your filth. But anyway, there's a conversation that needs to be had. One, about how you're feeling, how her reactions to a lot of things that you're doing is making you feeling, and three, like, where does y'all friendship stand? Like, do you want to be my friend? Do you not want to be my friend? Because, granted, just like a relationship, guy or woman needs to ask if, you know, are we together? Are we dating?
Are we on the same
so
page?
I feel like you still should have that type of conversation with your friends. Are we on the same page? Like,
are we even in the same boat?
Are we friends? Like, what's going on? Because you could very well be friends with somebody and they ain't friends with you. Because I've been in that situation. They was my friend, I was an friend.
But then if you like me and don't really too much care for having conversations, ask yourself, what is it that she's bringing to the table when it comes to our friendship? That's where you need to start at. Whether you're going to have the conversation or not, you need to ask yourself, what is it that this person is bringing to our table of a friendship?
Yep.
Do she pour into me like I pour into her? Obviously she doesn't. But what other area is she progressing in? We're not going to talk about where she's lacking at. Where she's meeting your standards. Where she's going above and beyond for you at. You know what I'm saying? So start there. I would personally start there. And if you anything like me, if the bad outweighs the good, what we talking for? I done already got my answer.
You've been supportive since we grade school. You ain't never been there for a happy moment in my life. You ain't never been there to give me some beneficial advice. You ain't never been there just to be an ear to listen to me vent.
Why do you even still want to be her friend?
So why are you friends with us?
And I get it. Y'all been friends since grade school. You don't expect anything to change and stuff. Like, you know, where y'all going in life, you expect y'all to grow together. But again, sometimes when you growing, you grow apart. And it's okay.
It's called a shift. That's what the hell that's called.
It's totally okay. Some people are in your life for a reason, and some people are in your life for a season. Baby, it looked like she was in your life for both. She done been in your life for many seasons, ain't never supported you, and then she done also taught you a lesson of what not to look for in a friend. Or when you start seeing these signs in the friend, it's time for you to move around, reevaluate yourself, reevaluate your circle. It's very important, I think, to reevaluate yourself, just because if you constantly dealing with this, you're going to start questioning yourself. What did I do to her? Am I not being a good friend to her? When all the time, it's probably not even you.
You being a good friend to her, but she don't know how to be a good friend.
Exactly. And you ain't going to never question yourself as to what is it that I'm not doing right for her, or why is it that she's constantly treating me this way. So, no, it's time. Me personally, start at what is she bringing to the table?
Okay, but that's fair. That is something that you need, because granted, it just may be a season where she may be having problems. I'm just playing devil's advocate. She could be having problems within her personal life that she ain't even opened up about. That you may not have no clue. That she don't have the energy to give you the support you're looking for. So that's why I say a conversation needs to be had.
But as a friend, if you're going through something, whether you want to talk to me about it or not, if you're going through something and I'm reaching out to you, why can't you just say, look, I'm going through something right now.
Some people don't know how to say that.
I'm not even in the mood to talk about it.
Some people don't know how to say that.
Let me just be in my
mechanism of shutting that down, that they don't want to be bothered, is ignoring you. You know, her being standoffish, her being distant. You know what I'm saying? Her not wanting to hang out and shit. She might just be like, I don't want to be bothered. Because at some point, sis, you need to open your mouth and be like, okay, bitch, so what's up? Why are you acting like this with me? What's going on?
Okay,
because granted, if you don't tell her you feel away, she gonna keep acting like that. Then you just say, if I don't know something wrong, I'm gonna continue to keep acting the way I'm acting. If I don't see anything wrong, so a conversation needs to be had. At the end of the day, a conversation needs to be had, because I hate when friends go through things. I've lost plenty of friends in my life, and I'm grateful for all the friendships that I've come across, because granted, every one of those friendships that I'm no longer in, I've learned something from them.
Exactly.
I've taken something from them. And no matter if that was something positive or something negative, it showed me how to move toward the next situation.
And that's very important that you said that, because every relationship, whether you stay in it or whether you leave, is always supposed to teach you something.
Yeah.
If you leave a relationship and it hasn't taught you something, I'm not saying you wasted your time, but it's just like,
What was the point?
so you wasted your time.
Yeah, especially. You know, I really hate those friendships because I've had a friendship like this, and unfortunately it ended. I hate those friendships, and it's similar to this one, when you're friends since kids, and when y'all become adults, y'all just go apart, and it's just like whatever. I hate when those type of friendships end. Cause it's so sad.
And see what's crazy
Cause y'all
is
supposed to be friends forever.
my really good friend, shout out to Tatiana. We've been friends since like literally 4th grade. But after we graduated high school, I went away to college, you know, she did her thing. I came home from college, I ended up having my son. A few years later, she ended up having her daughter. And it was like, you know, our life drifted apart. But then it's like when we came back together, we just came back together like nothing left. So, and I mean, we went years without talking. We never fell out. We never questioned each other, like, why we don't talk to each other no more? It's like, it wasn't none of that. She understood that I had a whole lot going on. I understood she had a whole lot going on. And when the time was right, we came back together. And we still haven't even questioned why we stopped talking for so long.
Because y'all lives just don't coincide with y'all talk every day.
Exactly.
Going back to my point of you should be able to leave your friends and come back like it should happen. My best friend, we've been best friends since we were 12. Shout out to you, BF. Okay? We've been friends since we were 12. And we have been in every important milestone in each other's life. We have every anything, shocking moment, sad moment, happy moment, we know. Me and my best friend don't talk every day. I talk to you more than I talk to her. However, she is a part of my life every step that I go.
Exactly.
And that's how you continue a strong friendship.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
I agree.
It's as simple as that.
Cause I'm the one, like, I don't feel like I need to talk to you every day for us to know that we're best friends. I don't feel like I need to reassure that you're my best friend every day. Cause do you wake up and ask your man or ask your woman, is we still together today? Do we still go together today?
Cause I barely saw you yesterday, baby, because you was so busy.
That's clingy. I don't like that clingy stuff.
Speaking of clingy, you know what I can't stand?
What?
I cannot stand a friend, okay? Listen, you are entitled to meet however many damn people you want to meet in life.
Okay?
I cannot stand a friend, okay, that bring mutual friends together or new people. So, for instance, my birthday brunch last year. I brought you, my best friend, other girls that I kick it with, other girls that I work with, all of y'all together. You clicked with a few of those females and actually talked to them after that. Totally fine with me. She ain't mine. She my friend, but she don't belong to me.
Okay.
However, you have those friends that's like, you my friend. How you hanging out with her? Why you talking to her? You my friend.
And I hate that.
I hate that possessive friend. That possessive friend quality. That's a bad quality to me. Because I am entitled to talk to whoever I want to talk to.
And when you want to talk to them.
And I don't belong to you. I'm your friend. I'm your Jill, your good Judy, your good girlfriend. Yeah. But I don't belong to you. I can talk to who I want to talk to.
And when I want to talk to them.
All that. So y'all hanging out without me? And you met her through me. Like,
this
what y'all
business
kicking it
though.
for? But that's a sign of jealousy.
It's just
You
like,
may not feel like you're jealous, but I truly feel like that's a sign. That's an underlying sign of jealousy. You're jealous of a friendship that these people created that don't include you.
Exactly. And I feel like for me, I have certain friends for certain things. Like I said, you know pretty much everything about me. But Kiki is my walking diary. Tatiana know pretty much everything about me. But again, Kiki is my walking diary.
Because maybe Kiki listen better than us. I'm going to be honest with you. Me? She called me. She be like, since I just need to listen. I'm like, okay. But wait, why? She was like, didn't I just say listen? Because I want to know. I got
right. She always got put. I was like, no.
I need to know.
Listen, be quiet, sis.
I need to know. Like, wait, time out. So Like, I be needing to know all the details. Kiki
Like
like
that.
just Kiki's so sweet too. She don't know her name. She gonna be like, okay, Mom, just talk.
Yeah,
Let me know
like
when you done.
that's literally my walking diary. But I feel like you have certain things, certain friends for certain things. Like I have friends, for an example, and no shade to none of my friends, but I can't go out with certain friends of mine for reasons. Like for an example, I don't like people who can't control their liquor. So if you get sloppy drunk, I'm gonna make sure you good, but just know the next day I'm gonna have that conversation with you. Like I don't do shit like that. If you getting kicked out of clubs and shit like that, I don't do shit. I never forget when I was in college and we got kicked out of a frat party. But I was so fucking mad only because I don't get kicked out of places. I leave.
But what you doing that you getting kicked out though?
Girl, can't control your liquor. Like that's the number one thing. I'm a drinker, okay? Period. I'm a drinker. So I don't like that. Not controlling your liquor, or don't get in the car with me if you gotta be home by a certain time. Cause then
drive your own damn car. Cause then you gotta babysit this crap.
But not even that. I'm the type of person I like to leave when I want some of that one. I like to leave when I like to leave. Period. So I'm gonna always drive my own car. But don't get in the car with me if you ain't trying to go to White Castle. If you ain't trying to go get no tacos off of Lake Street. Don't get in the car with me if we're going to the club, because I'm stopping at one or two places, okay?
Before we get in the house.
We're either going to go to White Castles or we're going to go get us some tacos. Period. So it's like certain friends I can do certain things with. For an example, I'm going to be honest. You're my only friend who I go to brunch with. Don't none of my other friends probably really going to brunch like that.
Because we brunch or something.
Okay?
Let's get it cracking.
You actually took me to my first brunch for my birthday a few years ago. And ever since then, I've just been hooked on brunch. Like, I'd rather do brunch in a day party versus a club any day.
Any day.
But, yeah, like,
brunch is my thing.
When I want to go to brunch, I'm calling Mo. Period. If I want to get drunk and, like, just have a night of fun.
Don't call me, because I ain't doing it.
I'm calling Kiki. And then we have it to where it's just like, okay, Kiki, I drove last week.
Oh,
so you gonna drive this week.
You and Kiki, these they get cracking on the drinking. I just thought about that. Y'all can Hennessy.
Hennessy make me cry. She the Hennessy drink.
She texted. They went to a party the other day. She texted me, "Since I'm drunk."
You
I called her the next day, like, "Did you make it home?" We did, but I don't know how.
Because we was lit. I remember going to Newtown to get us the Polish or whatever, but that's another story. Because that night was funny. That night was funny. But no, like, and then me and Kiki, we have it set up where it's like, okay, you drove last time we went out, so I can get sloppy drunk. I'm gonna drive this time, so you can get sloppy drunk.
I think that's necessary.
Yeah.
Having that take turn DD opportunity, because I would hate to be with a person every time we go out. I can't enjoy myself because you always get too drunk.
Yeah.
I gotta watch you.
That's why I'm saying you can only go out with certain friends. You have certain friends for different things. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with having multiple friends or multiple group of friends because y'all do certain things. For an example, if I want to go to a paint and sip or something, I'll call the girls from the book club.
Okay.
Like, let's go to a paint and sip.
Because that's the vibe. That's always the vibe.
Exactly. If I want to go out to eat, just have a nice dinner and talk, I'll call two of my other friends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's just all about the vibe you're trying to be in and the personalities that match. Because you can't always mix personalities. All your friends ain't meant to be around each other.
That's a fact.
All personalities do not clash.
That's a fact.
Move together. So.
Unless it's me, because once I give me a few drinks and everybody my friend, and
yeah, you just gotta be.
I'm friendly. Don't catch me when I'm sober, but catch me when I'm drinking. I'm real friendly.
Yeah, like you just because you got some of those friends, like I said, that's jealous and don't want you to be friends with other people. You got them other friends that's like, well, I need to prove that I'm more of her friend than you are. I know her better than you do.
And
we
that's
more friends than y'all. I can't stand that either because it's like, listen, okay, we friends, and that's just what it is.
Exactly.
You don't gotta do all that.
I compete with my other friends, because granted, like I just said, Kiki is my walking diary. Period.
And I'm not gonna be like, well, why she know more than me?
Exactly.
What you keeping from me that you ain't?
But you just
Don't you ain't telling
admitted.
her ass shit about me. I'm good.
But you
It ain't
just
affecting our
admitted.
friendship.
You just said why I tell her more than you. Because when I'm trying to tell you a story, you be like, but wait, sis, hold on, pause right there and get the answer
Sometimes
to the
every story
question.
just ain't meant for me, honey, because I need to know every detail.
Every
And you just
detail.
trying to give me a quick rundown. And I'm like, wait. No,
Go back.
You skipped the part because I need to know why they said that to you.
Exactly.
What did you do to them? Like,
And it's just like, no, sis, I'm getting there. Like, just wait. So, yeah, it's not that I don't love, like, I love all my friends equally. I definitely treat them differently because they each have different personalities. You got to love them differently. You got to, baby one differently, whatever the case may be. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that I love you more than I love Kiki, or I love Kiki more than I love you.
and granted, I'm mature enough and secure enough to know that type
That's
of thing.
the word. You're what?
I'm mature enough
Okay.
to
That's
know
the
that.
word.
But then this is another thing, okay? I am the type of friend. Also, I'm with you when you're wrong, and I'm with you when you're right.
Okay.
But I'm a firm believer in growth, encouraging growth into my friends. So the reason why, I'm not that friend that just don't listen is because if Jasmine going through a situation and something don't sound right, I need her to look at that situation from all angles. Because granted, her being one-sided about certain things, and not just you, this is any friend in general. You being one-sided about certain things cannot help you grow as a person.
Exactly.
Because sometimes things that you do can almost reflect on the reason you in the situation you in, the way somebody's reacting to you, the way that you are. So that's why I need to know every detail. Because look, friend, you wrong. I'm with you, but I need you to also understand you were wrong. This is why you were wrong. And that's just what it is. Because
Exactly.
granted, when you're able to hold yourself accountable, you grow as a person. And I, again, am a friend that has that quality where I like to instill growth into my friends.
And then you also can't be the friend that, well, friend, you wrong. But then the moment you do something wrong and I come to like,
You
well,
can't
now,
take it.
sis, you wrong. You're like, I wasn't wrong. You can't be that friend. So you got to be open on both sides. You can tell me when I'm wrong, but I have to be able to tell you when you're wrong as well.
Correct.
So let me ask you this real quick before I forget. Would you correct me if we're out in public and I was wrong in public? Do you correct me in public or do you wait till we leave to correct me?
I'm going to wait till you leave. Wait. Depending on the situation. If you saying some shit that sounds stupid and you pronouncing the word wrong, I'm going to be like, friend, you saying that wrong. That's not the word. Because I don't want you looking stupid in front of everybody. But if you out here being ignorant, like I said, I'm with you when you're wrong. We about to whoop their ass when we get in the comment and say, you bitch. Don't you ever do that again in public, okay? Because sometimes, like I said, just like you need to know when your opinion is needed versus wanted, you need to know when it's okay to call something out and when it's not okay. Because what I'm not going to do is embarrass you.
Exactly.
Call you out on something and embarrass you while I'm doing it. But again, if you embarrassing yourself, I'm going to be like, look, so, don't say that. You need to say that. But at the same time, I'm going to be wrong. I ain't going to call you out and embarrass you. Something.
I guess for me it depends on a certain situation. I mean, because my mama was always told, wherever you act up at, you're going to get it at.
You know, as you saying that, I'm thinking in my head, like, that's kind of just like whooping your kid ass at school. But sometimes they really need their ass whooped at school. So they can know how to stop acting stupid.
My point exactly.
So
I mean, I'm with that. I guess it depends on the situation, where we at, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah, it's a place and a time for everything.
Okay.
But I'm gonna call you out when you're wrong, just may not embarrass you in front of everybody.
And I don't think it's more. It depends on how you say it though. Cause I wouldn't mind you correcting me in public, whether I'm right, wrong, whatever. I feel like it's how you say certain things.
Yeah, delivery is everything.
Right. So
it is, but depending on the mindset that person's in at the moment, you may come off very calm or very nice, but because they in their glow or because they on that cloud
or they in that adrenaline
rush, you don't want to embarrass somebody and they glow, and they glow. You don't want to do that. So this is time and place for everything.
So at what point do you feel like you need to walk away from a friendship?
Honestly, because this is what she wants to know, is it time for her to let this friend go. I feel like at some point when you have nothing left to give to a friend, or you just feel like it's nothing else you can receive from them, the friendship is at this point just draining your emotion, draining your time, your energy. It's time to walk away. Because at some point, you gotta know when to say enough is enough. And that's with anything. Friendship, relationships with your significant other,
with your family.
Because sometimes family can be a burden on you too. And you gotta be like, you know what?
It's time to go.
This is done. Over with. You gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And that goes to little things like a friend being at your house. You know what I'm saying? They get to a point where they like, hey sis, you know, I got evicted from my apartment. My mom and them don't want me to move in with them, and I need someone to stay. I'm gonna be here 6 months tops. Okay, cool, sis. 12 months to get here.
So you gotta go.
You gotta go because you told me 6 months. I got your back, which at this point you've overstayed your welcome. You know, so I just feel like when it gets to a point where you are physically drained, emotionally drained, and your friendship is consuming too much negative energy, it's time to walk away.
Especially if you know that you gave it all you could.
Absolutely.
You did all you could do.
Absolutely.
So definitely to the person who wrote in, I would say take some time out whenever. Think about the friendship. Think about what you bring to the friendship and what your friend brings to the friendship. Ask yourself, is it something that you can improve on to do better? Is it something that she can improve on? And once you're done doing all that soul searching and reality checking,
it's time to have a conversation.
If you're up for it, I ain't gonna force people to talk.
You ain't gonna force people to talk, but if you don't talk about it, you will never get to the bottom of the situation. She gonna continue to keep talking about it.
But sometimes, sis,
or you could just say fuck it, walk away, block her, and be done.
Because to me, I feel like talking about it is getting closure. I personally don't believe closure, but that's a topic for another situation. I'm gonna tell you why. I personally just don't believe in closure. I don't feel like closure is needed in certain situations.
Okay, because I was gonna say I disagree, but I agree with certain situations. Not every situation.
Because sometimes the answer is already in your face. Baby, by you writing in to us, asking us, is you tripping or should you walk away?
And she ain't been supportive since she was how old?
Exactly. Ain't never been supportive, always talking negative about you and everything that you do. The answer is already in your face on what it is that you
just
need
that reconfirmation almost. Like you've been confirmed, you just need a reconfirm.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Sometimes in this situation, me personally, I would just write out what it is that we're both bringing to the table, whatever. But in reality, it's already right there. So what am I going to, me personally, what am I going to talk to you for? It's already in my face that clearly I'm a friend to you, but you're not a friend to me. So that's just me. That's my opinion. Call me crazy. I don't care.
You ain't crazy, sis. You just give a damn, and I'm grateful for friends. Thank you.
I'm grateful for you too. Y'all, we really like this. Like every time we see each other, they be like, "Why y'all so close?" Like we just really like this.
Yeah, don't question it.
And it's like I don't worry about her friends. She don't worry about my friends. Because
Jasmine has befriended a few of my friends, and she had conversations with them, and I'm okay with that.
I love Candace.
I'm not an insecure individual to the point where I feel like I'm about to lose both of my friends because they friends. No, I'm a bomb ass chick. These bitches love me, okay?
Exactly.
And I know that I bring something to each friendship that they each value that I can care less what bond that they create because granted, if we can all be friends, let's get it.
Exactly.
I like sharing my friends. I'm okay with that. I'm not that girl. Okay.
Like my chest don't play. But I feel like if you're my friend, you would know that. Like you know, I'm not like that. You can have other friends.
It's life is short. Like don't be selfish all your life. That's all I say. Don't be selfish all your life. But that brings us to an end, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Look, brunching with us. I hope y'all got y'all little grub since y'all staying up eating. I hope y'all got y'all something to eat.
Okay.
Granted, we would love for people to write in any situation that y'all got. Anything y'all need, some comments, some advice, just, to reconfirm that you ain't tripping or to confirm that you are tripping.
Exactly.
Write us, we have an email link right in our Instagram. Just hit that email button. Again, you will remain anonymous. You won't tell anybody your
If you want to, because I'm quick to call people out.
Now, if you one of them people where you like, no, y'all can tell people who I am, then okay, but we will keep it strictly anonymous. And it's just, some people value our advice and some people don't.
And we're not saying y'all gotta take it and run with it. It's just we want y'all to see a bigger picture.
Look at things from different angles, It could be a lot of things that people aren't thinking about that we can help you think about. But yeah, and I just feel like in today's society, it is just so hard to find really good friends. Like, we just all really need to treat each other the way we want to be treated. It's as simple as that. The golden rule of life. It's as simple as that. But yeah, y'all, subscribe, like, follow, comment. Let us know y'all feedback and let us know how y'all feel. But again, thank y'all so much. And have a great weekend. Okay?
Or week.
Or week. Hell.
Whatever. Bye, y'all.